India Global Forum. So we're going to drill down now into one of the areas that is available for increased collaboration. We've already heard it mentioned today from Lord Bilimoria and from Tim Noons in Manchester as well. Education is mentioned no less than 12 times in the 2030 roadmap for UK-India relations. And there's a detailed section looking at ambition for expanding the partnership, from promoting student exchanges, championing the role of women in STEM, expanding cooperation between our universities, and there is so much UK-Indian cooperation already. So first of all, let's bring in Dr. Vinay Sahasrabuddhe, Chairman of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Education. Welcome. How are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. Tell me, first of all, what's important to you from the Enhanced Trade Partnership and the 2030 roadmap in terms of closer education collaboration between the UK and India?
Well, I think India has never regarded trade relationship confined only to trade, because it is a part of a gamut of issues between the bilateral relationship, between the relationship of two nations. And therefore, whether it is other economic understandings or strategic relationships, I think education and culture play an part. And in the context of the ETP and the 2030 vision, I believe there are multiple areas on which, really speaking, both of us need to work together. You already referred to cultural exchange, student exchange activities. I believe even the management of universities everywhere is becoming, and therefore university officials also can share their knowledge, share their practical know-how, and thereby we can bring in forms which are still, I mean, in the new education policy, we have outlined a series of reforms. At the same time, democracy is one thing which connects both the countries, and therefore, how to make democracy delivering is a challenge which most of the democracies are facing. In that, also, whatever has been done under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it's something which requires deeper analysis and insight gathering. On that count, I believe we can work together. Another third point, which I believe is important, is that many European countries, and in UK also, we get to know about the usage of the term multiculturalism. Whereas in India, we provide a very significant example of what I describe as spiritual democracy. And therefore, there are many areas of knowledge sharing by way of which I think we can achieve the common goal, which has been very nicely articulated in the 2030 vision.
I wonder how you see the adoption of digital solutions helping to make this whole partnership deliver faster.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if there are, I mean, there are studies available which tell us that India adopting digital ways, not only in the financial sector, but in general public administration and public affairs as such, I believe the speed is mind-boggling. Even a population wherein we are still grappling with issues like literacy, reaching out to the people in the rural areas, and there are lack of facilities as well. Yet, Indian people have adopted to the digital economy very fast, and remittance of money is happening perhaps with a speed which even many other countries, if we consider the percentage of population, has not been able to achieve. And therefore, digitization, digital, is something which is a flagship program of not only government, but the people have also very aggressively took part in it and are partnering with the government.
And can you talk about this idea of championing the role of women in STEM disciplines and how the partnership, the ETP, the roadmap might accelerate that?
Well, India, and not just India, but world over, when women are one after the other making their mark in practically every walk of life, it is certain that we prepare ground for men as well to accept these changes And therefore, in our country, when we talk about gender justice, we also talk about changing the traditional male mindset. And with all these things, I'm sure women are going to take more frontal positions and lead not only the society but also our economy, our education, and several other sectors as well. And that I believe, especially when we talk about the 2030 vision and ETP, certainly is going to play a key role. After all, it was India and UK, apart from few other countries, who had seen a long tenure prime minister who was a woman. And therefore, I think this is something which is very important and it connects both the democracies.
So we heard Lord Billamoria speaking there about the universities he'd like to build, the UK universities he'd like to build in India, already building one, a campus in Dubai. Can you tell me about how open you would be to that idea of collaborating between UK universities, bringing some of those to India?
Well, I think on reciprocal basis, these things can happen. And therefore, while we are definitely having a very positive approach to have foreign universities opening some campuses here in India, Indian universities also required to be given some foothold in other countries. And I'm happy that there are many Indian private universities, especially making mark in countries like Southeast Asia and even in Middle East, including Dubai for that matter. So we are open and we believe in knowledge areas. There need not be barriers. Only thing is that things need to be taken on a reciprocal basis. It cannot be a one-way traffic at all.
A little bit more about the fourth industrial revolution. The global technology industry has been so important in the last 18 months in helping us all get through the pandemic. And I wonder how students in India coming to the UK, how the benefits of closer partnerships could benefit us both even more.
Well, I think the fourth industrial and all the new emerging technologies are slowly but certainly influencing our lives globally for that matter. And therefore, in the knowledge areas, several Indian Institute of Technologies, which are our very prestigious institutions of technology education, are already in a big way into all kinds of uh, artificial intelligence related or virtual reality, augmented reality related technology and research. And therefore, I believe whatever India has done requires to be taken into consideration. And wherever some kind of a complementary effort is required, I'm sure countries like UK and India can definitely hold hand together and we can achieve and we can ensure thereby to see these technologies ultimately help job creation, new opportunities, and also help human beings in general.